Okay, this is called security firms to hire additional staff to comply with overtime law. Hastened by calls from the members of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, PWC, of Parliament to overthrow payments that ultimately prosecution of private security companies not adhere to one of the issues, time and a half rate for overtime and double time rate for work beyond 40 hours. At least one firm has embarked on a mass recruitment of additional personnel to avoid any legal problems. Anthony, operator of the corporate area-based security firm, said that his company worked, among many others, traditionally operates on a 60-hour work week at the minimum wage rate. However, this practice has come under scrutiny lately. Reports emerging out to the PwC indicate that of the nearly 3 dozen private security firms contracted by government administration, departments, and agencies, MDAs, quote-unquote, 22 companies were not paid the time and a half rate for overtime, and 30 companies were not paying for the double time rate. So basically means a lot of employees are not getting paid what they're due. With MDAs among his clientele, Anthony said his firm has no option but to conform and turn to recruit and train additional guards to fill extra hours they describe from the most experienced workers, who said they are prepared to put should their bump by ourselves be slashed to accommodate newcomers. Quote unquote, from the outside looking in, the casual observer asked why the firms pay overtime and double time rate to keep workers. And we're about to hear the answer. Anthony remarked, what they don't know is that the firms can't afford to pay time and a half because the corporate contracts that make up 40% of the market won't pay up the companies a dime more for us to consider a time and a half more, so double time. What basically means that the Jamaican plantation is that the overseers are not, they're refusing to pay the field Negroes any wages, all right? Or basically they're not paying, they're cutting down on paying the field Negroes or working the proverbial fields, picking cotton. Again, this is like basically a slavery wage system that's still very much in operation here. All right. In hiring additional personnel and paying the stipulated rate, the prescribed minimum wage of $242 per hour, and he said it will make his firm compliant, but will be faced with angry guards complaining that he can't serve on a 40-hour weekend. Quote unquote, many guards carry home almost $100,000 a month if they're using guns or canine. But if the companies move to a 4-hour work week at full compliance, will be less than $13,000 $280 weekly for even the armed guards, as before emoluments and Drancy pointed out. But quote unquote, I believe the politicians are not really taking time to consent industry. No, they take the time, they don't give a shit. We need to stop just realize that they do not give a damn. Right? If they did, they would have realized they're putting guards right back to being watchmen, because the past, which again, the host Negroes, the overseers in Parliament don't give a shit. They just see most of us as just plantation slaves. But anyways, quote unquote, I've tried to have discussions with the client to see whether increasing rates could be facilitated to meet the time and a half, but that's flatly rejected, as he pointed out. Quote unquote, if a leader spent time to research the industry, and he needs to stop acting like that even if they did that, they wouldn't change their stance. But anyways, major guards are continue earning like people in everyday offices, work similar hours, but see it as hard to work. But thanks to the politicians, the guard will go back to earn just 50% more than minimum wage cook. Meanwhile, faced with workers, some of whom we said clean politicians are seeking to gain mileage at their expense, haven't had nothing to say when in government. Anthony said he had no comments on that issue, wants to stay away from politics, but found that the hardest hits would be the unarmed guards who are either recruited and are trained in-house. So basically, just say what this guy is saying, what's his name? Anthony, I don't think he gave his full name, but this is Anthony's. Basically pointing out the slavery wage system that a lot of these guards who are trying to make honest days living have to go through. They're putting their lives on the line, guarding property and individuals, and they're basically being paid these slave wages that they can, as prices go up and cost of living goes up, and this country is slow. I'm not going to keep going into the geopolitical speech when it comes to Jamaica, but it is basically just confirming that we're just getting these plantation wages. And yeah, the thing why I divert from is I saying the politicians, trying to act like the politicians are ignorant. They're not ignorant. They just don't give a shit, alright? Even if you were to give them a book, a instruction manual, things of security world goals, they will basically still do the same thing. Because, as I said, most of these politicians are, on both sides are basically host Negroes who are just more concerned with trying to keep their slave masters, their slave masters happy, and basically a lot of these mandates where people get screwed over in Jamaica financially are these mandates given by a lot of these superpowers in the West. Alright, this is called a spade a spade. Alright, yeah, I've got geopolitical, but this is the honest truth. And the thing is with Jamaicans, I always say this, what you're going to do to offset this, because they're going to keep doing this. And the thing is with Jamaicans, if more Jamaicans start holding these politicians' feet to the fire, and yeah, you're going to have to deal with all those imperial superpowers are going to try and sabotage shit. If more Jamaicans had the balls to say, you know what, this bullshit can't go on, they can complain, but they're not going to change until we really hold their feet to the fire. But that's why I do these recordings, because people need to say that we have to offset this bullshit, because bullshit's going to keep coming and coming. Alright, and as long as people are being treated like slaves and we're paid like slaves on a plantation, things are going to change. But do hope there are enough Jamaicans who have their heads on straight, who have the balls to actually say, let's try and implement this change in the long run. But that's what I have to say to go and stay to Jamaican Recruitment. Check out my YouTube pages, Miles Good Super, Miles J Productions. Okay.